Y'all, there's a phrase that I started saying one day when I was studying Numbers 11, and that is the chapter I had to look over at my notes. That's the chapter in the Bible about the rabble rousers, the people that complained and their complaining caused the other people to start complaining that what God had provided was no longer enough. They weren't satisfied. So, more specifically, it was the manna. Now, remember, manna was a divine, it was a miraculous feeding of God's people in the wilderness day after day after day after day. Well, the rabble, and I don't know if I've posted that one already, but the rabble consisted of the people who were the tag-alongs when the children of Israel left Egypt. There were some people that went with them, like merchants and people that may have been half Egyptian, half Israelite, that kind of thing. Those people comprised the rabble, as they were called. And it was the rabble who roused the people to start complaining about God's provision. Before I go too far into that, I want to stop and ask you, what provisions has God given you in his mercy and goodness that you have begun to see as commonplace, as ordinary, something that you've complained about? Well, it could even be your health, because sometimes we literally take for granted. The older I get and the more things start changing physically as we age, I'm more convinced that than ever that I understand why the old people will stand up and say, I'm just glad to have breath in my body and the movement and activity of my limbs. I get it now. You live long enough, you'll get it. Anyway, what have you complained about that God gave you in a miraculous way? What have you looked at and seen as, whatever, I should have this and I could have that? You would be like the rabble rousers. Well, God got upset with these people. He got upset with the children of Israel because they began to complain. At least when we were in Egypt, at least when we were in bondage, we could eat all these different types of food and our physical desire for food was satisfied. Now we just got this manna, this thing that God has provided. That's all we got. God said, I tell you what, I'm going to send quail. I'm going to send so much quail, it's going to make you sick. It's going to be coming out your nose. I'm going to send you so much quail, you're going to be sick of it. And he did just that. He sent so much quail, and the people were rejoicing. They ran out and they were getting the food. Read Numbers 11. They were getting the food, and it says that as they went to eat it, as it was in between their teeth to eat, they died. And I told Chris, oh, it's like God said, choke on it. Like, put that, this is the thing you say you want outside of my provision. Choke on it. This is a thing that you want that I have not given you, that is not in my perfect will for you, but you keep asking me for it, quoting that Bible verse about the unjust judge and the woman continually begging. You keep using that. So this is what you asking for. This is what you begging for. Have it. It's a dangerous thing when God says, that's what you want. Have it. And yeah, Chris told me that there's another use for that phrase. I'm definitely not talking about that, not going into it. But there have been times when I have prayed and begged God for something. Oh God, if you just give me this thing. Oh God, if you just bless me with this thing. If you just give me this one job, this job that I want, God, I promise. Oh God, please give me that job. Give me that job. Give me that job. You've done it too. You've done it too. And then you get the job and you struggle more on that job than any other job that you've ever had. And you realize you got the quail. That was the quail. God had given you a job. You were doing just fine. You could have been promoted at some other point. I'm talking to myself. You could have been promoted at some other point, but you had to go and rush and beg and complain and try to get the thing you wanted that was outside of God's perfect will for you. And when you got it, you choked on it. Y'all know, come on, come on. I know I'm right. Let me know in the comments. Tell me, what is one thing that you beg God for? Said you give everything if you ever just got this, and you got it. And when you got it, you found out, I don't want this. I'm just preaching word, right? Teaching word. Tell me what you think.